Are you sensing something unsettling in your marriage? Stay tuned, as we're about to unveil the hidden tactics of manipulation. If you're worried about being the target of a smear campaign, this video is a must-watch. Let's decode these warning signs together and stay one step ahead. 1. Unjust criticism amplifies. Does it seem like every little thing you do is met with criticism lately? Make sure to pay attention to the tone and frequency. If your wife is hyper-focused on finding fault in even the most minor actions, it could be a sign that something larger is brewing. This constant scrutiny is not only emotionally draining, but it might also be a precursor to a smear campaign. By magnifying perceived flaws, a narcissistic individual aims to build a narrative that casts you in a negative light, priming others to question your character. 2. Escalation of gaslighting. Gaslighting, a manipulative tactic aimed at making you doubt your own reality, will often intensify in the lead-up to a smear campaign. You may find yourself in situations where your wife vehemently denies events or twists them to suit their narrative. This deliberate distortion of truth can leave you feeling disoriented and doubting your own perceptions. Remember, recognizing gaslighting is the first step in defending yourself against a smear campaign. Trust your instincts and seek clarity from trusted sources if you find yourself questioning your own memory and judgment. 3. Isolation attempts. Notice any attempts to cut you off from friends, family, or support networks? Narcissists often seek to isolate their targets as a means of gaining control. By severing these ties, they create an environment where their narrative holds more sway. If your wife is discouraging or undermining your relationships with others, it could be a sign that she's preparing the groundwork for a smear campaign. Maintaining a strong support system outside of your marriage is crucial in protecting yourself against such manipulation. 4. Gathering evidence. It's not uncommon for a narcissistic partner to engage in a calculated hunt for what they perceive as evidence. This can manifest in various ways, from meticulously logging conversations to taking screenshots of text exchanges. They might even go as far as recording interactions, all with the intention of building a case against you. Remember, this evidence isn't rooted in any objective reality, but rather in their skewed perception. Recognizing this behavior is crucial. It allows you to protect yourself from being ensnared in a web of false accusations and distorted narratives. If you notice an uptick in this sort of activity, consider seeking professional advice on how best to safeguard your interests. 5. Manipulative charm offensive. The sudden surge of affection and charm can be disorienting when it comes from a partner who typically displays controlling or manipulative behavior. This charm offensive is a strategic move aimed at disarming you. It creates a facade of harmonious relationship, making it all the more challenging to imagine them orchestrating a smear campaign. Be cautious. While it's natural to long for love and affection, it's important to discern whether this display is genuine or if it's a tactical ploy. Staying vigilant allows you to maintain a clear perspective and protect your emotional well-being from potential manipulation. 6. Strategic alliance building. Narcissists are adept at cultivating alliances for their own gain, and this behavior extends to their relationships. If you start noticing your partner actively drawing people into her circle, especially those you both know, it's a sign to tread carefully. These alliances may seem innocuous at first, but they can serve as tools for manipulation later on. Watch for any signs that these new connections are being used to bolster her narrative or gain influence. It's crucial to maintain your own support network and ensure open lines of communication with trusted friends and family members. This way, you can rely on a strong foundation of support if you ever find yourself in need of assistance. 7. Subtle undermining. Subtle undermining is a crafty tactic that narcissists often employ to erode your credibility without raising immediate suspicion. It can manifest in seemingly innocuous comments or actions, all designed to chip away at your confidence and standing in the eyes of others. For instance, your wife might cloak her criticism as well-intentioned advice, subtly suggesting that she knows what's best for you. She might question your decisions in a way that plants seeds of doubt, leaving you second-guessing your own judgment. These covert maneuvers are aimed at weakening your position, making it easier for her to later launch a smear campaign with a foundation of doubt already in place, so it's harder for you to defend yourself. 8. Fabrication of stories. When a narcissist is gearing up for a smear campaign, one of their go-to tactics is fabricating stories or events to cast you in a negative light. These stories can range from slight exaggerations to complete fabrications, all with the intent of painting you as unreliable, untrustworthy, or even harmful. Your wife might claim you said or did things that never actually happened, all in an effort to manipulate perceptions. This calculated distortion of reality serves to bolster her narrative and create a skewed version of events that aligns with her agenda. It's important to be vigilant and, if possible, document your own interactions to counteract these false claims. 9. Social media scrutiny. In this digital age, social media has become a powerful tool, and narcissists are quick to exploit it. If your wife is preparing for a smear campaign, you might notice a sudden surge in her activity online. Pay close attention to the content she's sharing. Is it focused on highlighting your flaws, exaggerating disagreements, or subtly painting you in a negative light? She might also engage in passive-aggressive posts or comments that insinuate discord or paint you as the problem. Additionally, watch for any attempts to manipulate your online presence. She may try to control what you post, or even attempt to gain access to your accounts. This heightened social media activity serves as a means to control the narrative and potentially poison the perceptions of your mutual connections. 10. Attempts to control communication. If you've noticed your wife become increasingly vigilant about your communications, especially with mutual contacts, it's a definite cause for concern. This could manifest as her insisting on being present during conversations, or even demanding to know the details of your interactions. Such behaviour is a red flag, as it indicates a desire to manipulate the flow of information. By controlling who you speak to and what is said, she gains a strategic advantage in crafting a narrative that serves her agenda. Pay close attention to any attempts to stifle your independent communication, as it's a classic tactic employed before launching a smear campaign. 11. Playing the victim card. Playing the victim is a favourite manoeuvre of narcissists preparing for a smear campaign. If your wife consistently portrays herself as the victim in various situations, it's a deliberate strategy to garner sympathy and support for her impending narrative. This can take many forms, from exaggerated tales of mistreatment to subtle insinuations that she's constantly facing adversity. By positioning herself as the suffering party, she aims to create a protective shield of empathy around her, making it more challenging for others to question her behaviour or motives. Recognising this tactic is crucial to dismantling the false narrative and safeguarding your own reputation. Trust your instincts and be mindful of any patterns suggesting a consistent portrayal of victimhood. 12. Rapid mood swings. Keep a watchful eye on sudden and extreme shifts in your wife's mood. Narcissists may use this tactic to create a narrative where you are portrayed as the cause of her emotional turmoil. One moment, she might appear perfectly content, and in the next, she could be engulfed in intense anger, sadness, or frustration. These rapid mood swings can be disorienting and emotionally taxing, making it seem like you're constantly walking on eggshells. It's important to remember that these swings are often calculated and may serve as a tool to manipulate your perception of events. By recognising this pattern, you can better navigate these situations and protect your emotional well-being. 13. Discrediting your achievements. It's a classic move in the narcissist's playbook, diminishing your accomplishments. If you've been working hard and achieving your goals, be prepared for your narcissistic wife to downplay your successes. She might brush off your achievements as mere luck, or attribute them to external factors, refusing to acknowledge your dedication and hard work. This tactic is designed to chip away at your self-esteem, making you doubt the value of your own accomplishments. Remember, your achievements are valid and worthy of recognition, regardless of the narcissist's attempts to undermine them. 14. Isolation from support systems. A narcissistic wife knows that her power lies in controlling your access to support and differing perspectives. Watch out for subtle yet calculated attempts to isolate you from friends, family, or anyone who might offer a lifeline of support or a different viewpoint. She might sow seeds of doubt about these relationships, painting them as detrimental to your well-being. By gradually cutting off these avenues of support, she aims to create a bubble of influence where her narrative holds sway. Recognise this tactic for what it is, a calculated move to keep you under her control and away from potential sources of empowerment and clarity. It's crucial to maintain connections with those who genuinely care about your well-being and can provide a balanced perspective. Trust in these relationships is a source of strength and guidance. 15. Trust your instincts. In navigating the complexities of a relationship with a narcissistic partner, your intuition can be a powerful compass. If something feels off, don't dismiss it as mere paranoia. Your instincts are finely tuned to pick up on subtle cues and red flags. If you sense that your wife's behaviour is becoming increasingly manipulative, or that her intentions are shifting, take heed. Your gut feeling is a valuable ally in recognising and protecting yourself from a potential smear campaign. After uncovering the warning signs of a smear campaign, what's next on your journey of self-empowerment? Are you interested in how to set boundaries and protect your well-being? Or strategies to reclaim your power from a narcissistic wife? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.